Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for MMA fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and I'm here to get you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. In this series, I'll be watching tape and providing my real time analysis on how I think the fights are going to go. I'll be watching for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies, pairing that with Fighting Stats' exclusive UFC stats not available anywhere else to give you a prediction on how I think the fights are going to go and ultimately who's going to win. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. Again, we are taping Neil Magny, very active fighter here. So 2 months after the last fight, if you watched it with Daniel Rodriguez winning by submission in round number 3, he takes on the number 5 ranked Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, the minus 500 favorite in this fight. Magny's going to have a 5 inches of height and almost 9 inches of reach in this fight. So let's see how this played out. Again, Magny very active between fights, only 2-3 months here since the last time he fought. 6th most tenured. I think he has a record of most welterweight wins or something, just based on how long he's been fighting for, how active he is, things like that. Gilbert Burns, one of those BJJ aces on the ground, unmatched, high level BJJ. So up against Neil Magny, who has had some failures, I guess, or some struggles against decent grapplers. So here we are here. Gilbert Burns in the yellow in orthodox, Magny in the black in orthodox here, the bigger cage as well. We talked about Neil Magny, 25% of his shot selection is jabs, and then I think another 13 is lead hooks. So with that lead left hand that he likes to keep out there at range. Not a lot on them because, again, his arm's almost extended at this point. So he's just going to jump into these jabs and hooks, things like that. This is a bad matchup, like Twitter said, for Magny. Magny's going to want to keep the distance, keep the range. Gilbert Burns want to close the distance, get the fight down to the ground, or even land some power shots, which he likes to do as well. Burns will look for that outside low kick. It's there right now. Keeps flashing the kick, but just throw it, Burns. Gilbert. Burns feinting here a little bit. Both guys looking to counter a little bit. Still flashing the kick. Magny popping the jab, but he's a little bit too long on those. Gilbert Burns feinting to get in a little bit, showing different things. Magny flashing the hips as well. Weird no outside leg kick there. It's right there for Burns. Leads with the 2, right away gets the body lock takedown up against the fence. Burns pushes the leg into half guard, so now he's in half guard. He's probably going to look to move that left leg now out of the triangle of Magny to get into mount there. Some good head pressure from Gilbert Burns on top. Nice elbow there. Looking to step over into mount. Almost there. Doesn't get it. Magny elevates. Still in half guard. Trying to jump to the other side. Back over to side control. Nice. So now it's Burns in side control. Really not looking to get Magny. Magny's going to want to shrimp to get out. But Burns is going to want to control. He's going to step over with that right foot. Watch him. He's going to hold the left leg down. Step over with the right leg. Magny looking to control the right foot of Burns. A little bit weird from this position here. That gets that. Oh, now he's going to step over into mount. He has to move the knee up a little bit and he gets full mount. And I'll move over to the other side. Again here, looking to set up the knee pass. That left knee is going to go over the both legs of Magny into full mount. He's pushing on that left leg. Pushing it down, all he has to do is step over. But he also has to keep enough head pressure on the head. So you see the shoulder pressure that Magny has there. It's under the chin. Burns keeps on looking for the mount. Barely gets over. Magny has these long legs that he gets trapped back in half guard. There it is. He pushes it in. Now it's Burns on top, full mount. Now he has a minute 22 to work from full mount here. You got a couple submissions here. You got arm triangle. You got arm bars. You got mounted triangle. Hooking the feet behind the backs. He's isolating the 2-on-1 on that arm. Burns has the right arm pinned behind his back. Lets it go. Arm triangle. Right away he gave it up. You see how he moved over to the other side, right? Tapped. Again, we saw Mike Malott do it from the other half guard. This is Burns, high-level Burns having to do it on that side of half guard. Gets the submission win. Again, the losses aren't bad. You lost to Shavkat. You lost by submission to Gilbert Burns. I mean, most of the UFC roster does as well. So not a bad loss. Again, he's minus 400, minus 500 in this fight. So Neil Magny expected to lose these fights. But again, I don't see why Mike Malott won't be able to leverage the same submissions, the same ground stuff as these guys. Obviously not on the level of a Gilbert Burns, but still pretty good on the ground. So we're going to continue watching Neil Magny here. I think he has a couple of fights left, and then we're going to get to a best bets. Stay tuned for that. Again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of content, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe. You'll get notified anytime we put out new content. And remember, here at Fighting Stats, I lead a team of expert data scientists. We are working around the clock to produce these exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else. We do our tape study. We pair them with our stats. We put out our best bets. We put our best bets to patreon.com/fighting-stats. That's where we put all our analysis, all of our stats. Join patreon.com/fighting-stats to get exclusive access. Recently, we just hit $82,000. Yes, that's right. $82,000 parlay on one fight. We used our fighting stats to get there, and we won a massive payday. Our Patreon members had exclusive access to that, so they shared in the profits there. So don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe today. Again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching.